to walk back top, but that's okay. He carries a life stealer. He doesn't mind soloing.
Yeah, and Save only just arrived back to the top lane as well because he spent so long walking from the that camp over up towards the lifesteal, so he's only just arrived. There's been very little pressure put on Nico, baby. Yeah, thumbs up for FNG. Incredible.
Very classic stuff happening. Post 4 goes behind the second creep wave, drags it in front of Timber's tower, and S4 just gonna do S4 things. Kill down here, farm it up. He will start pressuring up the Sven once he's like level 3, level 4-ish. But for now, it's just gonna be a farm fest down here.
Yep, just eat them creeps. See who comes out on top. And it will be a slight advantage to S4 in the end, but Sven's going to be able to bounce back with the creep, so it won't be long that he's behind. Although that said, S4 is struggling straight off the bat. He's only having himself 4-2 currently, Sven's 10-2. Not good stats, but hopefully that will improve over time as he gets a couple more points in death. While at mid, we have Limp laning up into GPK, the Leshrac into the Viper. Pretty Viper.
A lot of damage.
This one. He is indeed, yeah. Poisoned up.
Oh, wow, that's a TP for him.
Ooh, in comes the disruption from FNG. Limp is ready with the stun. Lands it nicely, controlling up the GPK Viper, but he's actually just going to straight up TP himself away. Goes all the way back to the fountain, though, so that is costly.
Limp, what is his plan? Oh, he doesn't know where the Viper is. He thinks Viper TP to tier 1, but he actually went back to base. He's still gonna stick around though. Needs only one more creep to get his bottle up. Good play then from FNG. Because if he didn't do that, that Leshrac would have been completely kicked out, lost a bunch of XP. Not only does he save him and gets Viper to the base, but also double stacks in the jungle too, which Leshrac loves to farm at 6.
Yeah, he does indeed. Burst through these. I mean, Leshrac is essentially played the exactly same way as Zeus is these days. Use that magic damage to take down the creep wave, break down some stacks, and get yourself some money. Simple. Really talked a whole lot about the top lane since the very start shenanigans, but it is tied versus Lifestealer. Luckily, Lifestealer's pretty happy in this lane. And it's just going to open up FNG to make these rotations and feel safe that his Lifestealer is not going to get killed off. We'll probably see a bit more of that. Or we'll just make stacks, one or the other.
I think stacks is just better because have Leshrac who wants. But then again, VP know those stacks are happening. Viper will want to steal them.
Yeah, they'd be very aware of that. Side of
and Tide
can't let these stacks go.
I fully expect both DM and GPK to just run in there about 5.5 minutes in, maybe 6 minutes in. Limp does get a haste rune and just farming it up. He's not gonna die to the Viper any longer while he still has that haste.
Get out of jail free card. It's very nice for him in the mid lane. Like he doesn't want to be playing aggressively remotely onto this Viper. He just wants to survive this lane and then.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Kid still doing very well at the moment. Level 4. Last time I saw S4 play into this Omni Sven combo with this Timber. I think it was an Omni Sven combo. He did very well. This time around, not as good. I wonder if it's because of the Nyx factor. Could possibly be. Oh, Hanskin steals the bounty. Done. Good. FNG going for the other bounty. Dude, FNG has just been such a menace this game. Damn. Yeah. This man, he refuses to lose. He's like a... He's just doing everything.
To stay in the tournament. He's doing everything he can. He's making the plays. He's having an absolutely dream time on this Shadow Demon so far, making a ton of really nice plays.
First 5 minutes has been really spot on by FNG so far.
Good stuff. That rotation to mid, the 0-minute jukes.
Oh, Limp, it's time.
Radiant
wants to farm. 5:30, here it is. Any rotations from VP? Doesn't look like it. Limp. Oh, look at this juicy farm. Oh, that feels so good.
Ugh, yum yum creeps. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Levelectic is kind of being chased by S4 here. He's trying to go for the kills. Ilias is going to be able to heal him up though, so I don't think he's in too much danger of actually dying. Although saying that, he just hits level 6, gets the Chakram, and that's going to be first blood for S4 solo onto the Sven. Whilst this Leshrac farms up these jungle creeps all by himself. I mean, this is looking real good for Alliance currently.
Just the fact that they got that farm and instantly went from 6 to 7 as soon as he kills this creep, like it's a sliver away. And this is where it's so problematic for VP, right? The catapult is down here, the Viper canceled his TP, so he can't actually get down here to try and save this tower either. S4 a little bit low on mana. That's pretty much the only saving grace for them right.
Yeah, but he's going to pop that soul ring and throw a bit of harassment the way of Ilias, continually chop him down. Meanwhile, Lifestealer going for a play onto DM up in the top lane. They want to try and crack the watermelon, and they might be able to do exactly that. Axe Special going to help you against the magic damage of the Leshrac. They could maybe even pop them Rage as well, just to purge it off so they bring him down. Meanwhile, Hanskin at mid is going to get targeted up. Science comes through. He's going for the TP as well, but he's not going to be able to make it out of there. Save and GPK just do way too much damage to him, and he will fall.
Bottom, still the pressure on the tower. Ilias trying his absolute best. He's got pretty good levels for himself, but that catapult is just not dying. Esper not allowing it to fall.
He's tanking up from the tower, tanking up from Ilias, just trying to run around in circles, decide, hey, you know what, my time was lane is done. Meanwhile, Limb dies up in the middle lane. They take down the Leshrac. That's pretty insane. Yeah, they get themselves both FNG and Limp, and now open up this tower at mid.
So DM sees GPK and Save completely controlling the mid lane, decides to TP there as soon as he's alive. It's that big ravage onto these heroes. That's a hero you want to shut down, Leshrac. You don't want to let this hero whatsoever. Because if he does, he's going to take all your towers very quickly. He's very hard to catch with that Boots of Travels build, and he just completely out of control. Very tight game so far. Like the cores are only maybe 100, 200 gold apart from each other. Like you see Alliance all at the top, but it's very close.
It is tight. It is tight. Less than 1k gold advantage for Alliance currently. And this Sven, you know, he's got the 3 points in Great's Cleave. He's going to run into the jungle and just do as much as he possibly can. He will farm faster than the Lifestealer if they give him the space to do so. Meanwhile, they found FNG going for a D-ward here. He's going to get dropped pretty quickly by Save and GPK. Disruption comes out, but they won't be saving him. Stun comes in from Handskin, doesn't quite connect onto GPK. FNG with the heals, it's not enough though. He's going to get burned away by the poison of GPK. This combo of Viper and the Skywrath is very nice as well. Just throwing down the poison attacks, throwing down the arcane bolts with the concussive shots. It's a lot of damage amplification. This time Hanskin is able to get off the spike carapace just about in time, but so much nukes coming through. The purification along with the right clicks and the spells coming out from the side of Virtus Pro to kill them this kill. And Limp, he is hanging on to Ilias here, but I don't know, will he actually finish the job? Right clicks coming through, but the silence comes out. GPK and Save. They are playing defensively to save their Omni Knight, and they're going to do exactly that. They might even get the turnaround kill as well. Let's see a miss up on the high ground, lucky enough to save him. FNG comes in and just disrupts him for the end of the poison, so Limp will survive.
Limp was pretty dead there for that disruption. Mid lane just in the nick of time. This did force S4 to come mid now, so he's not going to be pressuring up bottom or defending top. I mean, Nico Baby is already doing that.
Under attack.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit vulnerable to Viper though.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, look what S4 is doing.
Radiant's middle
trying to steal the bounties. And they're going to get 3 bounties again on Alliance. Dude, Alliance is
very nice.
On point this game. They're really got their head in the game.
Yeah, they do. They are having a great time just playing this laning phase, playing this early game. But, you know, they had an impressive early game last time as well. It was when the team fights came in where we started to get concerned about them. So, again, waiting until the team fights before I make any judgments on how this game's going to go.
Big group up mid on BP. They really want to protect this catapult and take this tier 1 tower. And by doing this attacks right now, Sven is farming freely. No pressure on him whatsoever.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Nope. He is
very
living
soon.
the dream.
soon to take over Nico Baby 2, who is pretty much completely free farming. Not laying into a Versa or anything like that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And doing a bit of scouting, saying hello to DM and GPK and watching them rotate up into the Lifestealer, so Nico Baby's going to know there's a lot of heroes heading his way right now. And it looks like he's trying to bait something. He has himself an Infest, of course, but he's got to be wary of that silence, which is available in 2 seconds. But he knows that.
They also know DM TP bottom, so there can't be a Tidehunter in this top lane. Lion's just gonna run everybody middle. They're gonna pop the Edict in 1 second. Limp is doing such a great job. He forced a Tide bottom with his Edict and the Glyph, and now he goes middle for the tier 1 tower. Alliance opening up the map really well at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of equate their both, you know, the map presence of both of these teams. Cause I feel like Virtus Pro are just looking to already move on to their next tower, but then Alliance already took this bottom tower earlier on, so yeah, VP are just lagging a little bit behind in this game, so...
They are, and it's really annoying to play against Leshrac when your towers are dead. Because you need to be very quick with your patches on this hero. You wouldn't want him to get out of control, so he gets that Boots of Travels. He doesn't have it yet though. That's the one thing for VP. Going for them at the moment.
Tower is under attack.
On him just yet. In fact, he goes for a full wand rather than going in for.
Radiant's
He's
middle
actually queued
tower
up a
is under
BKB.
attack.
Ooh, he has a different game plan then. He just wants to fight the VP's heroes.
Regeneration.
I mean, I like it. I think they are going to need these BKBs in this game on the Lifestealer. Although
GPK top.
I feel like super late game they might be considering as they jump onto GPK, and they are going to be able to take him down instantaneously. Goodbye, Viper. Save unable to do anything. Throws in a one last before he leaves. Meanwhile, Athletic is getting run down by Limp. Oh no! Oh no! The Leshrac gets a solo kill onto the enemy Sven. That's not how the story is supposed to go. And now Sage in some trouble as well. S4 realizing there's very little threats on the board, but unfortunately it gets silenced up, and S4 won't be able to finish the job on to the Skywrath. But wow, 2 critical kills across the map for Alliance here, as Limp's making some magic happen on this Leshrac.
Pretty big minute for Virtus Pro right now. I'm sorry, for Alliance right now.
Radiant
They
structures
got mid tower, bottom tower, top tower soon to be dead. They get 3 huge kills, especially with the Sven and the Viper. And look at VP's map control right now. They're like pretty much squished onto their side of the map, and they really need to make something happen. Stave hasn't been able to make any plays with the Mystic Flare yet.
Radiant's top tower has
He's been very
fallen.
limited in what he's been able to output. I see Nico Baby and Hanskin here. I mean, they've got the silence, which they're going to throw down onto Alexia straight away. They want to try and bring him down here. Hanskin trying to get inside that Mystic Flare, but he gets a rage off and gets inside Hanskin to save his life. Meanwhile, S4 jumping into the fight. They've used a couple of their ultis now, so I don't think they're very scared on Alliance, but at the same time, the Sven's nearby. They're seeing if they can maybe bait out a God Strength, something like that, as the silence gets dropped onto S4, so he can't move around for just a little bit. There comes the Atos. There comes the God Strength. They're going to be able to take down the Timbersaw, but in the back, Nico Baby's going to jump out the other side, but the GA is there to counter it, so he can't actually bring down any heroes.
No rage.
And now that the rage is ending, he doesn't have defense either. He could be in some trouble. FNG comes in with the save shot to the reflection, drops down the demonic purge, but there's a Ravage to control up the Lifestealer and to get on top of these 2 heroes. Beautifully done from DM to now move on top of FNG as well. He's going to be the next hero taken out by Virtus Pro, and Hanskin is coming into the creep wave. I think he wants to try and buy a bit of time here and see if he can just stop these pushes coming through. Goes for the TP away and will make it out. But still, once again, Alliance, you know, we've read this book before. They do great throughout the laning phase. They turn up to that first engagement, and it just goes horribly wrong.
A little bit of miscommunication from Alliance. S4 really wanted to fight and man up in that situation, but Nico Baby did use his rage before he infested into the Nick, so he wanted that rage to be back up again before they would take the fight and try to kill the Viper. Alliance probably should have just backed off as soon as they saved their Lifestealer, but sticking around a little too long, getting completely punished for it.
Well, not the first fight which Alliance were hoping for in this game. They thought they'd kind of played it really nicely as they managed to force out the God Strength, but then they realized that Timbersaw was actually getting beaten down pretty quickly. And I mean, I did like the idea, you know, force the God Strength, and then whilst they're focused on the Timber, try and bottom. Oh, FNG is there once again with the disruption, perfectly positioned to make sure this life can get out of it. Now he pops a rage, actually looking to go in onto GPK here. He does not have an infest, but doesn't really need it as the split earth comes through from Limp from the side to bring down the Viper, and now they look towards save as well. He's trying to get himself away, but guess what? There's a Yules, and there's too much damage for the Skyrafter to withstand, and he's going to lose his life as well.
What a counterplay. That was so beautiful from FNG. Just, he's always at the right place at the right time in his game. Getting that save on to the Lifestealer, purging up the Viper so he can't get out. Leshak also there, ready to fight with his allies, trying to build up some momentum once again after losing that engagement top. Gonna keep pressing on bottom. One thing about Lions' draft, they cannot do Roshan very well. So there isn't a whole lot of reason for them to play around the top and mid area of the map apart from stopping the Sven's farm. Nico Baby, he prefers to just play for his own farm at the moment, try to pressure this bot lane up, and I think that's the right call too. Leshak does have Edict that can take this tier 2 towers down very quickly. Maybe they also want to bring him down there.
Yeah, he's going for this Desolator on the Lifesteal to try and make Roshan a more feasible objective for them. Fortunately, that's going to be a little while before he has it.
Limp also making his way to that baby. Got it very soon. They want to wait for these items actually before they take any engagements on the lines.
Are fortified.
You know what I actually wanted to see on GPK? Oh, S4 Timber Chain up to the high ground. FNG and S4 will be able to escape. Yeah, you know what I want to see on GPK this game though? I would have really liked a Blade Mail for this.
Ooh, against the Leshak and the Timber. Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah. Not just that as well, but also with Save Silence, you know, Blade Mail reflects the type of magic damage, the type of damage you receive, so if it's magic, then Ancient Seal is going to amplify the damage being reflected, so you can see heroes just pop if they try Viper if they get the Ancient Seal put on them.
I do like the Atos first though, because they don't have any catch really, especially since it's
me too.
That's still okay. Maybe you just realize like, oh, I just need a bigger item right now. But I do like the idea of Blade Mail. It's pretty good.
BKB also going to be very strong into this Lashrak's Timber as well, so opting for the Magic community. They want to fight. Virtus Pro, they want to be as strong as possible. They love it when everyone's looking golden, when their 3 cores are looking nice and unkillable. That's when they feel strong.
Radiant's bottom
and Alliance are feeling very comfortable to stay split on this map. Like Lifestealer just bottom, he knows he can't die right now. He's pretty tanky, he can just pop the rage, TP out. Timber also feels unkillable. So Leshak has all the freedom to farm up the jungle camps, whereas VP, they need to stay tight together. They have the fear of this Nyx assassin or some kind of a smoke or something that could possibly come. Look how many sentries they got on the side of the Radiant on the map right now.
Yeah, they are littering the enemy jungle with it. They want to know. They want to know where the wards are, and they want to get down the vision. They want to make sure that they've got the advantage if they take a fight in the enemy jungle, which seems to be exactly what they want to do. Ato's out onto S4. He doesn't really mind, though. He's a boy. He's even got himself a Lotus Orb now as well, going straight Hood Lotus. Oh, it's going to be very strong.
8 sentries of Virtus Pro versus 4 of Alliances on the map right now. That's a very sad Omni Knight. Constantly having to buy a bunch of cents just because of the Nyx factor at the moment.
But you know the thing I really like about Timbersaul's Lotus Orb purchase this game is that it can cover for the weaknesses of the Lifestealer, because if he gets silenced, obviously he can't get off the rage, so that's when the Lotus Orb is going to come in to purge that off and just make sure he can get off these rages in the team fight.
It's very good. It's what Lifestealer needs as soon as the rage he also needs these defensive items when the rage finishes. Right, because that's actually his weakest point. Not when like he needs to use a rage, but when his rage is about to run out. So Lotus, Glimmer Capes, these disruptions just to save. These are the things that Lifestealer enjoys having on his teammates.
Yeah,
it's actually often it's often a very, very scary thing when you're playing Lifestealer and you pop your rage and there's like so many heroes around you. Because you need to plan your escape out. Once your rage is down, you're pretty much a useless creep for the most part.
More or less, but they have now finished off the Desolator. I'm thinking they want to make some play, but DM just jumps in, drops a Ravage straight away. They're going to be able to completely destroy Handskin. The Liquor Baby bounces to get off that rage, but he's going to get Viper ulted up as well, controlling him up just a little bit. He needs to get inside a homie, and he's going to jump inside FNG. Meanwhile, S4 in the middle of the entire enemy team, but he is going to be able to get that Timber Chain away to safety. Now VP, they've dropped their ultimates for this one. Do Alliance back themselves away, or do they continue poking? I mean, GPK is getting those poisons stacked up upon him, but he is going to be alright as he backs himself off. Alliance, they don't want to get overzealous here. They can just wait for their Nyx Assassin to be back, and they can go for the counter-strike.
Definitely. This is Alliance's timing right now, right? They got that BKB on Limp. Lifestealer has a Desolator. Ravage is on cooldown. Gaussian's on cooldown. Instant smoke as soon as Hansken gets back.
And S4 baiting beautifully in the middle lane. He can throw that load sub off onto himself, but he doesn't even need to as he jumps forwards onto the Viper. Viper getting beaten down here as Nika Baby just jumps in for save. The GA comes out, but unfortunately heals onto GPK. Takes it off immediately. They can just get on top of this Viper and kill him off as well. 2 kills for Alliance and much less committed compared to what VP threw down for it. Guess what? They're heading into Roshan. They've got a Desolator. They've got 4 points in the Diabolic Edict. This Roshan is going to absolutely melt.
It is. There's nothing that VP can do about this. 1 more minute left on the Ravage. Looking back now, that Ravage onto the Nyx probably was not worth it, as there was no other follow-up. Go on to the next targets.
No, if they could have somehow found Nico Baby in the back after that, then yeah, it could have been something, but they needed to deal with Handskin. You can't let that Nyx Assassin survive and then just get an impale on the back of you, so... But Virtus Pro really had their options limited, and now Nico Baby's going to pick up an Aegis.
A happy boy. Oh, baby. Just gonna keep shoving this bottom lane all the way out. No fear of dying. Just pop rage, walk away, jump into a creep. But he did TP though. Doesn't have a TP escape. Gonna be a bit patient for his teammates.
Yeah, but FNG, he's here to babysit. He's actually just being stalked by this Tidehunter illusion.
Just A-click him. Chase him around. It's so annoying.
He's just pinging it.
He's like, yo, Nico Baby, can you kill this? They see me. Wonder what they're waiting for right now on Alliance. Do they have any big items coming out? I guess Leshak has 500 gold from his Boot of Travels. Lifestealer, no, not really close to this AC. I would like to see them play top and mid and try to finish off these last 2 tier 2 towers.
Yeah, me too.
On Alliance. Also, that will give a chance for VP to show themselves in front of you. Maybe you can win those fights while you have this Aegis up.
But I'm gonna say it looks like they're making that classic beat, but instead they infest inside the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin pops the Vendetta, and he's gonna now look for a hero to hunt. Meanwhile, they're throwing some spells at Leshak in mid, but Lip's pretty chill. He knows how tanky he is. He's got himself a Yules, he's got himself a BKB. Good luck bringing this guy down.
He also fogs the Stormhammer there.
Radiant are
Check
scanning.
Just walks away. And now he's gonna be a fast boy. He's got Boots of Travels. Ooh, purple rune. Oh boy, that's a big rune for Lesh.
Indeed, and Hanskin's going to be able to pop the entire smoke of Virtus Pro. However, they jump the Nyx Assassin, but Nicomae just pops out. Hello, surprise! Humka jumps straight on to save. Meanwhile, Athletic Kit being controlled up in this team fight as he can't really get off his ultimate, but now he looks for a target. FNG controlling up with the Demonic Surge and just controlling the heroes, but now a big Ravage coming down. They might be able to take down Nico Baby with the cleave. They will be able to do so for the first time, but he's coming back to life, and they're losing health. GM is going to be the first one to go down here, probably, as they will get on top of him and take him out, along with Save dying earlier on. Alliance, they take this fight once again. It costs them the Aegis, but they'll be more than happy with that.
Limp also TPing after Epileptic Kid. He's got him. Jukes. All right.
Yeah,
wow.
Cross. Bye.
That's a place I have not seen. Someone juke area there. Limp is still looking for him.
He is. He's
ankles be broken.
Radiant structures.
It's like, alright, whatever. I give up. Just gonna go for the tower. That would have been an insanely huge kill.
Yeah, that would have been
Radiant's top tower is
game
under
turning.
attack.
But looking back at that last fight, man, EP are really lacking the damage up. Alliance with that disruption save, All they were able to really get was the Aegis from the Lifestealer. Timber wasn't even close to dying. Ilias.
Yeah, this little hammer boy has hammered his last nail today as he killed off trying to just be on the enemy side of the map, find some bounties, find some runes, find some camps. He believed it might be safe. 10k gold advantage for Alliance though, they're feeling very, very happy. Their Leshrac is strong, their Lifestealer is stronger. Sven, he's still a threat, but yeah, in the last fight, like, he tried to go for the backlines, and then FNG just straight up dumped the Demonic Purge onto his face, and he's like, oh, I'm moving at 2 miles per hour. This is problematic.
Alliance are just
couldn't get his damage off.
Alliance are in absolute control of this game, not only like on the map, but also in the team fights. You would think this Ravage is a big spell, but it feels like they don't have the burst available during the Ravage. Glenn is slightly behind at the moment.
Regeneration!
Well, DM being hunted by Nico, baby Hanskin coming in as well. He's going to have that break to offer to make it just a little bit easier to crack this watermelon. He gets up on Meg, but it's not going to save him, and definitely dropped him on. Okay. Sorry, FNG. Fine.
It's alright.
He's got strong feelings towards the Tidehunter.
The 50-second or 1 minute cooldown, he's good. They're gonna go straight to the high ground with the Tidehunter being dead. Lifestealer can always pop that rage, hit for like a couple seconds, get out. You dig?
Just in the chains past the entire barracks, just to flex. Another buyback from the Tidehunter. I think they should probably consider leaving, although Epilepticate's got it pretty deep, but he's got a BKB of his own as they attest into S4 to try and get themselves away. Alliance, they want to try and leave. They pop the God Strength and they pop the BKB onto VP. If they can actually get themselves away, then this could be huge, and it looks like they're going to be able to. I mean, S4, he's just sitting there watching them. He doesn't care. But now the Ravage comes in. They might be able to take some heroes down the back lines, but it doesn't matter. They're just duking them out perfectly. FNG will finally will even fall. He's just going to walk away. He doesn't give a damn. DM's going to die instead, and now with the stun coming out onto GPK, they control him out of stage. He's going to lose his life. Nika Baby finds the Sven. Sven trying to turn around, but he hits like a wet flannel as they take him down. Hanskin is the only one to dance. That's it. They're done. They are done. GG called. Alliance take game 2, drawing out the series in a very convincing way. I did not expect this.
That was crazy. I mean, this Leshrac, it all came down to